The Department of State Services has just made a massive and highly anticipated breakthrough that is currently sending serious shockwaves throughout the entire political landscape of Nigeria. In a highly coordinated and swift operation, the secret police have officially tracked down and arrested a prime suspect identified as Udeme Sunday Stephen. This man is directly linked to the terrifying and violent attack that recently targeted the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, alongside several other top political chieftains in Benin City, the capital of Edo State. This arrest is not just a regular police bust, it is a major victory for the rule of law and a clear message that those who try to use violence to intimidate political opponents will be hunted down and brought to justice. The DSS operatives carried out a very quiet, deep and thorough investigation over the past few days to track the digital and physical footprints of the attackers, ultimately leading them to the hideout of Udeme Sunday Stephen. Security analysts believe this suspect could be the key to completely unraveling the entire network of individuals who sponsored and organized this brazen daylight assault on some of the most prominent political figures in the country. To fully understand how massive this arrest is, we have to look back at the terrifying events that unfolded just last Tuesday in Benin City. It was supposed to be a day of massive political celebration for the African Democratic Congress. Peter Obi, alongside the former governor of Edo State, Professor Osere Menosumbo, and the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement, Yunusa Tanko, had all traveled to Edo State. Their primary mission was to attend a grand political rally at the ADC Secretariat on Ogbelaka Street to officially welcome the former president of the Nigerian Bar Association and 2023 Labour Party governorship candidate Olumide Akpata into the ADC. The event kicked off at around 11 in the morning, and the atmosphere was buzzing with excited supporters. However, right in the middle of the lively program, top security aides and party leaders received urgent and highly credible intelligence that armed thugs were actively mobilizing to invade and destroy the venue. Knowing that the secretariat was located in a very tight and densely populated street where a stampede could easily cause massive loss of life, the organizers had to make a very fast, split-second decision to evacuate the VIPs. They hurriedly wrapped up the ceremony and decided to relocate all the major political leaders to the highly secure government reservation area, specifically to the private residence of the highly respected elder statesman and former national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Chief John Odigie Oyegun. They thought they had successfully outsmarted the attackers by changing their location on the fly. But what happened next was like a scene straight out of an action movie. As soon as Peter Obi, Olumide Akpata and the other leaders safely entered Chief Oyegun's compound and the gates were shut, a group of heavily armed men in Sienna vehicles who had secretly trailed their convoy all the way from the secretariat arrived at the front of the house. These assailants did not even care that they were standing in front of the home of an 86-year-old former governor. They immediately opened fire, raining bullets on the main gate and the backup security vehicles parked outside. Akpata later narrated how the gunfire was so intense and terrifying that the DSS operatives, who were already on the ground with them, had to aggressively push Peter Obi and the rest of the leaders deep into Chief Oyegun's sitting room just to keep them safe from the flying bullets. The attackers did a double drive-by, shooting in the air and at the cars before finally speeding off when the security personnel started returning fire. When the dust settled, the damage was absolutely shocking. Car windows were completely shattered, tires were burst, and the physical walls of the gate were riddled with deep bullet holes. Akpata revealed that his own cousin narrowly escaped death when a bullet hit the floor right next to him and ricocheted, while another relative was injured with a broken bottle during the chaos that also happened back at the secretariat. It was a clear and direct attempt to cause massive harm and send a very dangerous message to the opposition. If you are just as shocked by this level of political desperation and you want to continuously stay informed with the absolute raw facts and verified updates about this ongoing investigation and other major political events in Nigeria, please take just 1 second to hit that like button right now. It really helps this video reach more patriotic citizens who need to know the truth about what is happening in our country. Also, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell so that the very moment the DSS releases the full confession of this arrested suspect, you will be the absolute first person to know. The arrest of Udeme Sunday Stephen has now shifted the conversation from fear to demanding absolute accountability. The leadership of the African Democratic Congress has strongly condemned the entire incident, describing it not just as a random act of thuggery, but a heavily calculated assassination attempt designed to completely intimidate the opposition ahead of the upcoming elections. The party's national publicity secretary boldly stated that this attack carries the unmistakable marks of a dangerous pattern of political terror. They are demanding that the security agencies must not stop at just arresting the foot soldiers or the hitmen who pulled the triggers. They want the DSS to dig deeper, follow the money, and expose the powerful political sponsors who actually gave the order and provided the weapons for this assault. The Edo State governor has also strongly condemned the attack, stating that his administration will never tolerate the importation of miscreants to turn the peaceful state into a political battleground. However, the opposition remains highly skeptical and is heavily relying on the DSS to conduct an independent and totally transparent investigation. As the secret police continue to aggressively interrogate Udeme Sunday Stephen in their custody, the entire nation is watching very closely. Nigerians want to know who is truly afraid of the growing strength of the opposition, and more importantly, they want absolute assurance that the democratic space will be protected from this kind of violent political extremism as we gradually march towards the next election cycle.